The first field you'll see here is the folder name. Keep in mind from our earlier example that the folder name does become part of the URL. So you want to keep that folder name short, but use keywords. And it can only be lowercase letters, numbers, and hyphens. So for our example here, I'm just going to call mine Test CMS Training. The section title, this next field here, does mainly the breadcrumb here on your page. These are the breadcrumbs. With the breadcrumbs, it's another way for users to navigate back within the path that they are in. So the breadcrumb, the section title that you fill out is the text that's used in that breadcrumb. The page title does a few different things. Most notably, it is the title at the top of the page, your main heading here. That field, though, also becomes the text that's used within the navigation file if you choose to have the system automatically set that up for you. And it's also the text that's used in part of what's called the meta title. The meta title here is the title that you see in the tab of your browser. It's also the title that would be shown on a search result such as Google for the title of that page. And within this meta title, you'll see there the page title, a pipe, your site title, another pipe, and then Michigan Tech. So for this, typically when I create a new section with page, what I think about is what do I want for this main title at the top of my page? The description and keywords are important fields to fill out. If you don't fill them out when you're first setting up your page, be sure to go back and fill them out later on. These are both used for search engines. So the description is maybe 2 to 3 sentences that tell the user what your page is about. This will show up in the listing of search results on Google or another search engine to help the user decide if that's the page they are looking for. In the keywords field, you would want to include certain short words or phrases that somebody might search for when they're looking for this page. It helps a little bit with that search engine optimization to help move your page up in those rankings. Again, think about what might someone search. What are the main topics of this page? So if I was creating a web page about CMS training, I might do CMS training as one of my keywords, or Omni CMS, which is the name of our system. You do not need to put Michigan Tech or your department name in the keywords for all your pages. Again, just think of what this page specifically is about. The next section here, the file configuration, the section is add navigation item, and the options are yes or no. In this area here, if you choose yes to add navigation item, the system will automatically set up a link to this new page within the navigation file that you're in. So in our math example here, if we were just in this undergraduate folder and we were making a new section with page and said yes to this option, it's going to add a link here at the bottom of the list going to this new page. Once it's there and once you've created your page, you can always move that link to somewhere else within that list, or you can manually put that in the navigation yourself by selecting no. Selecting no means that it's not going to do anything with the navigation. Like I said, you can add it yourself, or perhaps you're creating a hidden page that's only going to be linked in an email and you only want those people receiving the email to be able to get to that page. So those are a couple of reasons why you might choose no. I would say typically the answer here is usually yes. This final section, the index page options here at the bottom, we actually don't need to do any changes down here. We want these defaults that are there, so you can skip that section. And we'll go ahead and click on create. When we create a new section with page, this is going to do a few different things. It's going to create a folder, and within that folder are the 3 files that we need to have in order to have a web page. There's a navigation file called nav.shtml, a properties file called props.pcf, and then the actual page itself, which is typically named index.pcf. And once all of those bits and pieces are created, the system's going to open you up right into that page so that you'll be able to begin editing.